Well, good morning, magandang umaga.
Ohayo!
And welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Sunday, and today is that special day that I've been talking about all week, about our guest that just arrived from Japan. And we picked him up at dark 30 last night up in Manila. And this is Yoko, and this is her husband, Hide. You remember their son came to visit us. What month was that?
March.
March of last year. Oh yeah, March of last year. Shinichi, their son, came here and spent a couple of weeks with us as well. Well, again, anyway, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys came and you're coming to visit and you're spending some time with us as well. Today, like I said, is a special day. We are going on a field trip. We are going to the farm of Dave and Emily, and we are going to harvest some peanuts and whatever else that they have that's ready for harvesting as well. They always have all kinds of stuff on their farm, and this will be our first trip out there. We have waterproofing folks here. They had to come out as sort of like an emergency repair because I did an inspection of the cistern yesterday, and there were some spots inside there that needed touch up before we actually start filling it with water. So they most graciously came out on a Sunday to go ahead and take care of that so that we can get this job done. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get today started. We're going to finish our breakfast here. It's a beautiful morning. We have some overcast that gives us a little bit of shade right here on the back porch since we started so late on our. This is our brunch. This isn't really our brunch. What time did we go? It was like 3 a.m., 3:30 in the morning that we went to bed last night after coming back from.
Yes.
So we're going to get started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway.
And this is for different kinds of sauces. Yeah. So when you make tempura, you just take apart and water tempura sauce. For James' favorite senzai, that beans with
So sweet beans.
mochi.
Mochi.
And tonkatsu sauce.
James love.
James' favorite sauce for his favorite dish. Tonkatsu. Pork. Yeah, breaded pork. And what do we have? Oh!
Nagoya famous food. Nagoya famous food.
Nikumi udon.
Miso.
1 kilogram of mochi. Oh my God. They went shopping. And of course, Hayashi rice.
Another Hayashi.
And Yosemite.
My favorite also.
Yeah. And what is
There are
Gumi.
many snacks.
Lots of snack here. Senbei.
Thank you.
And Pocky. Matcha Pocky. And Pocky. And this is the senbei. Look, with sesame seed. Yeah.
Sesame seeds, yeah.
Yeah, and
Matcha chocolate.
matcha.
Matcha chocolate.
Kit Kat.
Kit
With matcha. And your goma senbei.
Yes, with goma.
Goma.
So there are many kinds of
Goma
goma
senbei.
senbei. So what should I buy?
Amy with and
Spoiled.
For dog.
dog food.
For the dogs.
Thank you. Hina dog. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, this one. Look at that. And there. Oh, they're so cute. Hino-sama.
All right, well, it is time. It is time to head out to the farm with my trusty Google Map directions that show like an area that's kind of blurred. I'm wondering if it blurred because it's like no man's land, and it's a place where most people don't go, which is where we're going today. That Google didn't even deem it necessary to make fine, detailed photographs. Well, that's where we're going. We're going to the blurred no man's land of Dave and Emily's farm. Let's head on out now.
He's got to do his intro.
Well, here we are. We made it. We made it to Dave and Emily's place. This is the farm back here, and I don't know if I'm going to include some of the video from the vehicle recording. Remember the black view inside it, because I think it picks up audio, and if it does pick up the audio, it's going to be very funny, especially the part where we were supposed to turn at the cow that we didn't get the instructions about the cow. But there was no, do you know you're so far off the map. There's no GPS out here. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's like blank, barren land way out here. So I don't know. What's the plans for today?
Oh, well, we've got some drinks and some chicken curry she made, and we got peanuts to pick, and
Thai curry, Thai.
there's
And
sweet
some,
potatoes. I don't know, whatever they
watermelon,
want.
grapes,
Watermelons, we got everything.
You wanna go down the
Well, it's good.
river?
It's a
There's a
good,
river
it's a
if
good
you wanna go
temperature.
swimming,
Temperature's
but-
really good right now.
Yeah,
Very,
it's
very
cooling
nice.
off.
Nice breeze here. I'm gonna see Dave's tractor over here and all and the farm side. We're gonna look at all this. We're gonna go over by the house for a few minutes, and then we'll take it as it comes. Anyway, this is one of the many mango trees here, but this is the one right in front of the house, and I want you to see the small mangoes that are growing already right now.
Indian mango, Jim.
Indian. This is what we have. We have the Indian.
Yeah,
I hope it doesn't get this big.
Yeah, they do.
Well, we're gonna prune it. We're gonna prune ours
the
down.
Indians get big.
So this is an Indian
Carabao,
mango.
There's pecan.
Oh, here's one.
Yeah, that one we can pick.
That one's almost pickable. I think it's still got a little bit of time to grow. I want you to see the turkeys back here. And we were wondering if they have turkeys in the Philippines. They do have turkeys in the Philippines. And Goyabano, and
This is guava.
this is guava here.
This is guava here.
Do you have
too.
any guava fruit? Oh, right here.
Yes.
Emily,
Okay, yes.
where is the vermicast and all that stuff where you do the magic with the worms?
Oh, it's in my house, not here.
Not here.
Not here. I don't raise it here. Only Azola. I do. Not here.
Look at
Yeah. Ayo, sumitay. It's called, they said, kasaba tapioca. They call it nilupak here.
Me and the baby.
Well, Dave is going to explain a little bit about the pump system that he has here. He has an in-ground well. He has a well down, and instead of having a submersible pump, he's got this above-ground pump. And I'm going to let him explain to it because he actually did the installation. So the well is about, what did you say, about 150 feet?
150 feet down.
150 feet down.
That's this one. So this thing is basically, if there's no power, you can actually unscrew this little thing and the T-handle comes out and you can manually pump it.
You're gonna, okay, I got you.
So this is what was originally set up here at the house when we first got everything set up. So, but we're modernizing and hope to one day replace this ancient contraction with an in-ground pump. And
so then here, it goes from this area right here, the water comes out, goes around
goes
to
over here, big holding
a
tank.
big holding tank back on this side, right there. And then the holding tank feeds this 2 horsepower pump here.
2 horsepower pump runs into here, and then I have off of someone in the internet, I looked and saw a plan for 2.
And these are all your pressurized.
These are pressure tanks, tanks.
They're like storage tanks. Yeah.
Yes.
And this feeds the house.
This feeds the house and the farm and everywhere.
And the farm. This is where all the water from this farm. This is where it all comes from.
And with this 2
small area
horsepower and the 3 pumps, it keeps the pump from kicking on all the time. If you didn't have, as soon as you turn on the thing and you had 1 tank, the pressure would bleed down and this pump would be constantly kicking on and off, on and off. So to make the pump last longer, instead of going with 2, I went with an extra tank to make it even better. And yeah, basically I did all this plumbing. It was a nightmare, but I've had a few leaks, but I've got them all under control.
I'm glad it's working for you. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah, this very popular tank here in the Philippines, the best tank.
Yeah, I think I got 2 of these, and all my spare parts, and this I got to finish running. There's some volunteer eggplants, but we have tomatoes. You can see them beside these little soaker hoses that they're starting to come in.
Starting up, yeah.
We having to run the hoses down through here. But yeah, there's an eggplant down there. But yeah, we're trying to run some more tomatoes in here with this.
What are these? Are these melons? What are these?
Those are eggplants.
Oh, eggplants.
It's a round variety.
Round variety.
And
Peppers in there? Or what?
no, that's one of her flowers.
Flowers.
Those are flowers. There's flowers, and you see some of this okra going to seed here. This is a red variety. It's real bright red when it comes up. As it gets older, it starts turning like this. And this is some kind of sweet potatoes.
And red lady papaya. Yeah, we're looking to start planting some red lady ourselves. And they got jackfruit here. It's in the early stages. You can see they have some. Let's see, some of the jackfruit's starting. Coconut.
We have lots of those you see down through there. Here's some more of these things. We got stuff everywhere.
Her flowers. There's Emily's flower garden right here. Their own little nursery going on. Well, anyway, what Dave has right here, they have a pond here, and this pond that looks like a bunch of algae growth is really not algae. This is something that they use to supplement feed for the chickens, and he calls it
Azolla.
Azolla, and I want you to see what this looks like. And how do you actually feed this to the chickens?
I mean, we take it over to our wash station and rinse it off, and then we actually just mix it with our regular feed. But they'll eat it. The baby chicks we grow, we feed them a lot of this just straight, and it's full of all kinds of goodies. I'm not even sure
a bunch of nutrients and.
This is natural grown.
Yeah.
The only thing that's in here is water and cow manure and azolla, and a few leaves from the mango tree. But it does not like direct sunlight, so that's why it's under the trees, floor and shady. This right here, when it starts to get too much sun, it starts turning brown. That's why we had a tank over here, and it was just too much. The first part of the farm, we had a tank there, and it just was too much sun, and the Zola just died. So we moved it over here under the trees. saves us quite a bit of money in chicken feed and turkey feed and guinea feed and ducks, goose. We have too many birds.
Yeah, what Dave is doing, Dave is taking me over. He's taking me over to an area where the some mango trees are on this other side. Now this mango is all over the place. You see behind me, you see all the mango trees back here. But he was explaining to me, he has a company that comes out here and they do a spraying of the mango trees.
Yeah, so it blossom.
It produces
more than it would naturally.
Produces more blossoms than it would naturally do. So now this is Dave and Emily's eggplant garden. This area, and it's pretty big. It's a pretty big area of eggplant. Now you see there's a bunch of yellow ones. The yellow ones here, they're all dried up. This is the end of the season. Remember, we're at the dry season where we don't really have much water or no water here. And what'll happen is when we start getting towards rainy season, all the new stuff will come up. As a matter of fact, if you look, everything is really dry. Dave was telling me all the stuff on all of the bamboo here, it's like a jungle. You can't see through it when it's normal season and they have the normal plants growing on there. All peanuts here. That's what we came to harvest some today. We're gonna be harvesting some of the peanuts. Is this the field that we're gonna be getting some?
No, we'll get some. This field was planted 2 weeks later. We'll plant in this one over here closer to the river access. It was planted first. That's where we grew peanuts at the first year, and they did really
well.
And the
river is where? Right on the other side?
It's about a 100-foot drop off.
100-foot drop off.
Yeah, that's why I was like, one day you bring your drone over here and you can go down through there.
Oh, I see the mangoes. There's the mangoes.
More. There.
So these are the peanuts in the ground. This must be peanut season right now, I guess, this time of year. How often do the peanuts? How often do they?
We planted before, right at the beginning of the last rainy season, and then harvest them. It takes 4 months for them to mature. So after the 4 months, then you said you can pull them. If it's too wet while they're in the ground at that last bit, they'll start turning into seeds, and they get real soft, and they're not really good for nothing except replanting. Get down my shirt.
So you see the red ants here that are climbing up and down this tree, just like the ones in the mahogany trees over by Villa Feliz. And I couldn't get a good close-up picture of what the little nest that they put together. But if you look, we can get a little bit closer look right here. And there's the nest right there. And this whole tree is full of nests everywhere. And we don't want to get near any of those because they'll drop and they'll get inside your hair. And they give a nasty sting too.
All right, this is the leftover beans that we had earlier. This right here is called a wing bean. And these are really good to make in like stir fry salads. And here, we can take this inside.
Yeah, that one looks like it's ready to go.
This one's ready to go. We picked a bunch the other day, and it's got some little ants on it, but we'll send them back. Here's another one. Oh yeah, that one's got a lot of ants. They can have it. There's too many ants to play with. Okay, here is some native sweet potatoes, and on the other side of that is some Japanese imported sweet potatoes. And in the middle here is cassava, which this cassava is ready to be harvested.
One of my favorite desserts.
And this is some younger cassava here. And to plant it, you basically chop this stalk and you lay it in the ground, like right here, and stick it in the ground a little bit.
And it will root.
And it roots out and starts sprouting again. You can replant it.
You replant, so you can cut it off, what, like here?
Yeah, you just need little 6 to 8 inch sections.
Yeah.
And you stick them in the ground, just like here, and they sprout up. Pretty amazing, huh?
And
it grows a big root down here, and that's where you.
And it's the root that you actually.
You actually eat the root.
Oh, okay. Now I want you to pay close attention to this tree right here. Now remember, in our backyard we have one Indian mango, and this, I'm gonna let Dave stand right where he is so we have scale. I don't know though, but Dave, you're a big guy though. It might not be as accurate as if we had somebody pretty small. Anyway, this is a huge tree. This is what I was talking about. If we were to plant And we did. We planted one of these in our backyard. It would take up the whole backyard. That would be the whole backyard right there. But we'll be doing a very aggressive pruning on it year to year. But I want you to look what Dave was showing me here. I want you to look at all of the blooms that are on this one. Now, did this one get sprayed also?
No.
This one did not get sprayed.
They didn't spray any of the Indians.
And this one has tons of blooms on here.
One running right here, and they're only going to be about 5 foot tall.
Senorita bananas right here.
That's one of them.
He said these only grow about 5 foot tall, huh?
Right. So it'll be about head high when it starts producing bananas. And there's another one here.
Emily is going to explain what this item is right here.
Hechima nandate. Hechima.
Anyway, it's a loofah. Is derived from like English word, which is like loofah sponge. So you break this thing open. You tear this off.
It's like sponge.
I've seen that like in Bath and Body Works.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought
And this
that's
is
why I
a row.
said you can take this one.
It helps you do like exfoliation of your skin.
Exfoliation.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
got
Strip
it.
this off.
Because I don't eat this one. They said you can eat
You can
it.
eat it when it's small and green, but then when it gets big, it turns into this loofah sponge.
Expensive when they become
Oh yeah, it
Bath
is.
and Beyond.
That's why I told you a while ago when I planted this. He said why I'm planting this because I still have this one. You know?
wow.
Yeah, I still have this sponge.
She took some of these back to Japan with her.
Yeah, I did. And then I took it back home again. Took it back to Philippines.
But yeah, that's a loofah sponge.
Yeah.
So this is when it's ready to pick, but when it's green, like this green out there right now, which looks like big cucumbers,
That
you
one is
just
ready to pick. Yeah, you can pick
can
that one.
eat
Papa.
those.
and you eat those.
Yes.
You eat those.
Green.
And how do you eat them?
Soup.
Soup.
Yeah.
Oh. So this is what loofah looks like
Green, good one.
when it's ready, when you can eat
That
it.
one's ready?
Yeah, that one is ready.
That one's ready?
They said this one's ready.
Kuhanin mo. Bigay mo sa kanila.
Chop it off of there. We'll give it to him.
All right, Ness. She has to give you the recipe how to cook loofah in soup. That's this one right here. See?
Oh, this
Oh,
one.
this you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Or you.
Aha.
Seeds.
This is good, Dad.
You want?
Oh yeah. Look at the seeds. That sounds like a musical instrument that you could probably.
Yeah. I guess we'll put those up and you can take them home with you,
Yeah.
and you can plant them along your fence.
Okay.
We're not
Look at all the
Filipino.
seeds in here.
We'll be doing some exfoliating here next year, huh?
Look at that. All them seeds come out on the inside of there.
Wow. Look at that.
This is patola. Yeah, patola in Tagalog.
And hechima in
And
Japanese.
hechima in Japanese. And we
English,
can
it's a
cook
loofah
this
sponge.
with miswa. It's fine
Miswa.
noodles.
And you can add also
good, it's
with
good.
ground pork.
Thank you.
And I think only the Americans use it to scrub their bodies with.
And when it dries, it's like this.
Yes, and this
Yeah,
is
this
full of
one.
seeds.
Well, we as Americans don't know what we're missing, I guess, being able to eat the same thing that we use to scrub our bodies with.
Yeah.
I think what we're doing now, I think we're going down to the river, right? We're gonna
Yes.
take a walk down to the river
We're gonna harvest.
with some water. Emily says she has 5 varieties of mangoes here. Let's test her. Let's see if she can tell us name all 5 of the varieties.
Okay. I have a Carabao mango. I have the pico. I have the apple mango. I have the India mango. And this one, I don't know. It stinks.
Oh.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know the variety of this, but it stink really. But it's sweet.
We're gonna call it the magic mango.
Ah,
Okay.
maybe.
So we have 5 varieties of mango. right, enough picking of peanuts. Let's go down to the river.
Oh my God. Sa bato. Oo, doon ang mas maganda. Dito na lang tayo. Wow, look at that. Huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ouch. Yay. Look. Ay, itay. Itay. Wow. Nipis ng talampakan. There. The place where they jump. Sampa. This is the river. Norbert. There's the swimming area there. It's deep. Kids, swimmers, they jump. River.
I think I have to go barefooted to get out. I'm trapped on this rock. It's like an island, an isolated island right now. So what are you doing? Are you carving?
Yeah, carving.
It's easy, you say?
Easy. Yes, this stone is soft. but so wrong to make. It's over.
So I'm not sure if it is easier going up or coming down. I think going up is easier. I think going down you always have a chance of slipping with your body weight pushing forward. Rest area. What? Well, it's that time of day. We did our walk down to the river. We picked some peanuts. Most of these guys, I didn't pick a lot of peanuts. I sat up here and I talked with Dave most of the time. But we got a half a bucket full of peanuts, so we'll be doing some boiled peanuts when we get back to Villa Feliz. Dave and I did a big tour of the farm, and we did sort of a mini tour of some of the other things around here. I think Hide got some great pictures. Yes, some great pictures. And we had some watermelon and some treats. And
we went to the river.
Yeah, we went to
down
by the river.
And they were carrying me.
That's pretty.
Almost had to carry her down to the river and up from the river. Now she actually did pretty good coming up. So anyway, we have some birthday shout-outs. I wanted to get the birthday shout-outs. We have 3 days, for a couple of belated for the 22nd and the 23rd, and we have one for the 24th. And our first one, which is belated for the 22nd, for March 22nd, is one of our visitors that came to visit visit us out at Villa Feliz last year. And that was Sev. Remember the episode? I have the episode listed. He came November 8th and on episode 423. So he and his now Asawa, Frenzy, they are back. I think they're back in Switzerland. When they came the last time, they were engaged, but now they are married. Anyway, his birthday was on the 22nd. And we have for the 23rd, we have Ernesto Japanda's mom, Dolores Japanda, who turned 74. Now, Dolores Japanda, she lives in San Diego, California with Ernesto's sister. And we have one for today, for March 24th. And for March 24th, we have Albert Bali's wife, Vivian, celebrating her 38th birthday. So to the 3 birthday recipients, we want to wish all of you a Happy birthday! So we are here and we're going to close for today's episode. I want to thank these guys for inviting us out to the farm and showing us all the really neat the stuff that they're growing right here. I think the next time we come out here, which will come out after everything has been wet from rainy season. We're going to close for today. Tomorrow's a big day also. Tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm not sure. We're going to Takaitai again. We're going to take Hide and Yoko and we're going to show them. Maybe we'll go to the lake. Maybe we'll go to the volcano. I don't know. We'll have something planned for that. And maybe we'll go back to Mahogany Market and pick up a few plants and stick them in the ground and see what they're looking like when we come back after our long vacation. So anyway, thanks for sticking with us today. We had a great time here. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right-hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed. You'll be notified the next time we upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.
Wow! Wow, it's already ripe! Oh my God!